Prestissima here. Today, we're going to review a whole bunch of the stuff that we've learned so far. If you're following along in the book, this is the final review of part 4. We are getting so close to finishing Presto, It's Piano Magic, Book 1. And oh my goodness, we have learned so much about playing the piano. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to ask you a question, and you are going to answer it. Going from one note to the very next note is called a what kind of step? A half step! Very good. Now, going from one note to another note, but skipping over a note. So one note to another note, skipping a note. What kind of step is that? A whole step. What do we call the distance between two notes? An interval. What do we call an interval of 8? So if you're going from C to C, or A to A, or D to D, what is that interval called? An octave! Excellent! Next, sharps, flats, and naturals are called what? Accidentals! Very good. What type of accidental raises a note by half a step? A sharp. Excellent. What kind of accidental lowers a note by half a step? A flat. Very good. Now, what kind of accidental cancels out a previous accidental? A natural sign. Very good. What's another name for the G clef? The treble clef. And so, what note does the treble clef point to? G, of course. Very good. What's another name for the F clef? Bass clef. And what does the bass clef point to in between the two dots? The F. Very good. How many lines make up a staff? 5 lines. Yes. What is the very top line of the treble clef? F. Excellent. Now what's the bottom line of the treble clef? E. All right, what about the top line of the bass clef? A. Very good. Can you tell me the bottom line of the bass clef? G. We're doing great right now. Let's do some more note naming, but this time we'll use Presto's Grand Staff Assistant. Okay, so we just talked about these, right? The top line of the treble staff is F, and the bottom line is E, right? So what do we have? We have F at the top line. What about in the space above that top line? What's above F? That's G. All right. And then what's below F? That's E. So you have F, G, F, and E. Very good. Now what about down here? Bottom line of the treble staff is E, right? So what do we have in the space above E? F. Back to E, and then the space below E, we have D. So we have F, D, back to E. All right, what about down here on the bass clef? We talked about this line, right? Top line of the bass staff is A. And the bottom line of the bass staff we just said was G. Okay? So what about if we went to the space above A? That's B, right? Back down to A, and then down a space. What's below A? Is G. Very good. So you have A, G, B, G, oops, back to A. How about down here? So we said that this bottom line is G, and then the space above G, we have A. And then what do we have below G? F. Very good. So from F we go back up to G, up to A. How about if we come back down to F? Space A. And bottom line there is G. Very good. Now let's practice all of our C's. So we know this one, that's middle C, because it's right in the middle, right? It's in between the treble and the bass staffs. And you know, because there's one ledger line, right? And then we know that if you go up to two ledger lines above the treble staff, you have two C's above middle C, right? And it's like a mirror image. So when you come down to two ledger lines below the bass staff, you have two C's below middle C. Okay, so that's three C's so far. Now, if we come in the middle here, this is just the first C, one C above middle C. It's the second line down from the, or second space down from the top. And then if you made a mirror image and folded this, then the second space from the bottom would be, you got it, it's the first C below middle C. All right, so we've got that, right? We have from the top, second C above middle C, first C above middle C, first C below middle C, and the second C below middle C. Okay, now I'm gonna quiz you. So let's pick a C. Okay, which one is that? That's the first C above middle C, right? Well, what if I just wanted to go to the line above that? What do we have? That's D, okay? And then back to C. What is the line below that? So what's below C is B. So you have C, D, C, B, D, B, back to C. Okay, let's try a different C. I'm gonna pick that one. Which C is that? Well, you see two ledger lines, so we know that's two ledger lines below middle C, right? It's on the bass staff. Okay, well, let's see. What if we went to the space above C? That would be D, right? Because D comes after C. All right, well, back to C. What happens in the space below C? What note is that? That's B. So you have C, and then you have in the space D, and then the space below B, D, B, and right on the line there, back to C. Okay, let's try a different one. How about this one here? Which C is that? Well, you have the one ledger line and it's in between the staffs, so we know that's middle C, right? Let's try, what about in the space above middle C? That is D, very good. Back to middle C. And what's in the space below middle C? That's B again. Sensing a pattern here. So we have C, and then above C is D, and then below C is B. So we have D, B, D. Oh, and back on the line there, back to middle C. Okay, let's pick another one. Ooh, how about up here? Ooh, we're two ledger lines above the treble staff. What do we have? Very good, second C above middle C. All right, what if you went to the space above that C? That is D. Oh my goodness, and then what if you went to the space below that C? You have B again. So you have D up here, B down here, and if you're on that second ledger line, you have C. So D, B, D, B, back to C. All right, did we miss any? Let's see. We named that one, we named that one, we named that one. Oh, what about this one? Which C is this one? Well, this is the first C below middle C. Very good. So if you went to the line above that C, what do you have? You have D. And then below that C, you have B. So back to C, you have D, B, D, back to C. Excellent job! Very good. Okay, now, what do we call the numbers at the beginning of the song that tell us how many beats per measure and what kind of note gets one beat? That's the time signature. Very good. So in 4/4 time, where you get 4 beats per measure and the quarter note gets 1 beat, how many beats does a whole note get? 4. How many beats does a half note get? 2. How many beats does a quarter note get? 1. And how many beats does an eighth note get? Just half. What is the symbol that we put next to a note to add half of that note's value? A dot. Very good. So, for example, if you have a dot added to a half note, that would be a half note plus half of that, which is a quarter note. Or what if you had a quarter note with a dot? That would be a quarter note plus, what's half of a quarter note? Is an eighth note. So it's a quarter note plus an eighth note. Okay, so in 4/4 time, how many beats does a dotted half note get? 3. Is that what you got? Excellent. Okay, how about this one? A curved line or arc that connects two notes so that the first note gets the duration of both notes is called what? A tie. Very good. Okay, what is the name of this symbol that looks like a bird's eye and it tells you can hold a note longer than what's written? What is that called? A fermata. Very good. When we have a song that starts with a measure that doesn't have all the beats that it should, what do we call that measure? A pickup measure. Very good. Now let's do some counting and clapping. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're going to do measures of 4. And then we're only going to clap on beats 1 and 3. Okay, and we'll do 4 measures. Can we do this? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. All right, this time we'll count to 4 and we'll clap on beats 1 and 4. But we are also going to add a pickup measure with beat 4. So there's 4 measures plus the pickup measure, which is only beat 4. But we're going to clap on beat 4, right? All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job, everyone. Okay, let's try an example in 3/4 time. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, but we're only going to clap on beat 2. And we'll still do 4 bars, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Very good. 4 bars. Okay, let's try 3/4 time again. This time we'll say 1, 2, 3, but we'll clap on beats 1 and 3. And we'll do 4 bars of clapping on beats 1 and 3. And we're going to add a pickup bar where we have only beat 3. Okay, so 4 bars of 3, and we're going to clap on beats 1 and 3, and we're going to have a pickup bar with beat 3, which means we clap on that, right? All right, here we go. Okay, for you. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness, we are so coordinated. Good job. That's it, everyone. That's the end of our final review. Thank you all for participating with me. Can't wait to see you all next time. Prestissima out.